It actually kind of makes it fun because it's like a little bit of a treasure hunt of like what is the best things that were said throughout this.
Sure. Yeah, and actually, this would have been a nice point to touch on before.
Ever have a fascination with musical instruments or musicians? Then today is going to be a good episode to check out because we have Mikko Krupa, a classical guitarist for over 15 years. Hear how he makes life learning lessons apply and how it can be a win-win. This is the show Networking Habits. My name is Ian Tolson. I will be your host through the show. Please enjoy, listen in, and learn. Cheers.
Like a electric guitar uses picks, and a classical guitar uses your fingernails.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So I got it. You've been playing classical for 10 years.
I didn't start performing until about 3 years ago.
What caused you to start performing?
A friend of mine named Sean Hopper is a great guitarist. I met him and I was like, oh yeah, I play guitar too. Show me some stuff that you got. And so I played a little guitar for him and he thought it was good. So he invited me out to play a concert. I've just kind of been performing ever since. I didn't have a drive to go out and perform. I was mostly, self-driven learning and very, very focused on growth and trying to learn more.
Interesting.
But once I started performing, you learn a lot in different ways. So things that you can't get by yourself in self-directed study.
And so what would you say is one of the reasons that you stuck with it for so long?
There really is no end with classical guitar. I'm always finding new ways to listen to it.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for being here and giving me your time. If you've ever wanted to increase your income, find that new solution for the new year's, increase your financial opportunities, work with some amazing leaders and some people over in Africa, then this is the thing to check out. We are having a blast over at iantolson.com. I've poured my heart and soul into this. I'd love to partner with you as well. iantolson.com, guys. It is the new year's and the new time to get started. So join us and let's have some fun. Cheers.
Once I think I've learned like every technique there is to learn, you go and find something else and it's just like this amazing creative thing that you didn't even know. That's like, I want to try that.
What have been some of the greater learning lessons that you've taken away from playing guitar and applied to your life?
One of the best is delayed gratification, which is really important in everyday life. It's not a complicated concept, but it's one that it's definitely not taught to a lot of people, and they don't actively think about. Patience is another one, because with classical guitar especially, it does take humility in the beginning, because you have to learn the technique from the ground up. So you got to play like it's your first time playing guitar. You can take a great electrical guitar player and put a classical guitar in front of them and tell them to play classical guitar. They're going to play it like an electrical guitar. Right. If you want them to play like a classical guitarist, they have to have all these right hand techniques that are very important, and they will struggle and they'll sound like a kid playing guitar. It's kind of funny. So that humility in the beginning of being willing to start over, and the delayed gratification that comes from, I'm going to put in all this work on technical exercises and things that aren't really fun to do, but they allow me to have more fun later. So building up technique, learning how to read sheet music and keeping up with that, and even doing things that you think are below your level, they help you grow as a person. You can use that in the rest of your life, and I think everyone could use a little bit of those things.
I agree with you quite a bit. Thanks for sharing that. It's awesome to hear someone with your life experience talking about delayed gratification and patience.
Yeah, any instrument can really teach those things, because when you start out, you're terrible. It's not fun. It could be grueling, like with piano or violin, especially.
Cool, man. Well, this has been awesome just talking with you and getting your feedback and knowledge on this. What would you say is an easy place for people to reach out to you, or if they wanted to connect with you?
You can just look up my name, Miko Krupa, on I have Facebook.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, hey, I'm really excited to share this with other people and to get your name out there because you've definitely taken time out of your day to be here. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you, Ian.
Well, sweet. Everyone, please go check out Mr. Miko Krupa. It actually kind of makes it fun because it's like a little bit of a treasure hunt of like what is the best things that were said throughout this.
Sure. Yeah, and actually, this would have been a nice point to touch on before. There is such thing as futile practice.
Ooh, what's that?
You know, people say, you know, the adage, you know, practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really true. You can practice in the wrong way. You can actually regress by improper practice.
Whoa. Okay. So how do you, this is really vital. Like, how do you fix something like that with a practice? Because this is applied, I think, in every area.
Improperly learned techniques, you can have bad posture. You can do plenty of things wrong.
Uh-huh.
And those can even lead to injuries. And classical guitar too, they're very strict on posture, how you hold the guitar, how you file your nails. If you have a mistake in those, it could lead to an injury down the line. In order to properly learn the technique, you almost have to learn how the muscles in the body work. And things like releasing tension in your neck and your face, releasing tension in your shoulders, tension in the back, just general tension is important because the more tension you have, the more difficult it is to actually play fast. So if you have a fast run and you have a lot of tension, then you're not going to be able to do it. So that aspect of regressing through practice can be really important, especially in the later stages. So the humility of learning classical guitar after learning electric guitar is that you have to unlearn a lot of bad techniques. Electric guitar players often have very bad techniques because they start off just on their own.
That was valuable. I really like what you're saying. It reminds me, it's like a viewpoint that I think is like really simple, but like also very applicable, is like having the correct thoughts with the correct application gives someone the correct results. And like, it sounds like so simple that it's dumb, but the thing about it is there's a lot of wrong application and wrong theory and wrong thought on something. And so down the line, it causes someone to get the wrong results. And then somewhere along the line, they get mad over it because they're not really getting what they're after. But if they...
That's exactly right.
It's really cool to hear you say that because it just reminds me of that whole thought process. And it's really nice to hear you talk about it in the way that you're explaining it, because it's like, oh, wow, that's like, it's almost just like a basic equation, but it's like, it's really cool to like understand your viewpoint on it.
Yeah, some of the best stuff and some of the most difficult things to understand are very basic, and because a lot of people tend to gloss over it and not see the gold within it. And that kind of thing is one of them. People say practice makes perfect, but if you were to amend that, the reality would be perfect practice makes perfect, or perfect practice makes pretty good. Because you can't be perfect.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
That was perfect. No, man, I'm really happy about this. Some of the things that we talked about, I'm like, oh, that was gold.
Nice.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to get this out and to share it and to have other people listen to it, my friend.
That sounds good. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Of course, Nico. It was a pleasure talking with you.
You too. Take care.
Alrighty, cheers.